Hi, I'm Margie. I'm a grateful and blessed recovering addict. I'm 30 years old. I started using people when I was 7. My addiction has always been more. I noticed, I can think back to being a child and my mother giving me 2 cookies and then me going back later and taking 10 more. And that lets me know that I've always been an addict. I'm emotional. So I started using, let me back up. My dad died when I was 10. And when that happened, it was like I hated the world. So I became a very angry person. And I blamed it on everybody. It was everybody's fault. I hated the world, and I was going to do whatever I wanted to do to take me out of myself. So I started dating older guys at 12. At that time, I had smoked weed and I had drank socially. I never fit in with people in school. My parents weren't, my mom and my stepfather, they weren't rich, but they weren't poor. But I didn't get to dress in expensive clothes like everybody else. So I got picked on a lot. So I always felt less than. I never was okay with myself. So, I dated older men, and I, hung out with people older than me, and, I did things because I wanted to fit in. I wanted everybody to be okay with me, because I was never okay with me. My first boyfriend, I guess I was 13, he was 19, and it was like that my entire life. Heroin's my drug of choice. The first time I used heroin, I was 14, and my boyfriend at the time was 23. And I was, we were talking, and I was making fun of, heroin addicts, how they not out. And he's like, well, what's wrong with that? I do it. And I, freaked out. And I called my best friend, and she said, well, Dave does it, which was her husband. She said, as long as he doesn't use a needle, it's okay. So, needless to say, that weekend I sniffed heroin with him. And every weekend after that, from the age of 14 to 16, we sniffed heroin, we took ecstasy, we smoked crack, and that was normal for me. I started stripping when I was 15. I lived with my aunt, and my mom thought, that I had got a job at Subway. That's where some of the money was coming from. And my mom always tried. I had a normal childhood. My mom, my dad died. My parents were never together, though, since I was a baby. They split up when I was 2, but they were best friends. So, me and my dad was very close. And I always looked at it like he would be here forever. He was this big Superman. So when he died, it hit me really hard. Because I never thought that, I don't know, that he could ever die. He would always be there. But my mother, she was, she cooked dinner and she went to work and, she provided. She wasn't a drug addict. Her and my stepfather were social drinkers, but they weren't, addicts. My mom did dabble with cocaine when I was a baby, but I was never around it. So, let's see, we're at 15. I decided to tell my mom that I'm stripping. And I don't know if it was a cry for help or what, but when I told her, like, she was okay with it. I guess because I was being honest, or I have no clue. But she seemed okay with it. Like, down to me pulling out dancing outfits and showing them to her. And, like, that's not okay. That shouldn't have been okay. So, and, like, as a kid, my mom would let me, you know, from age 13 to 16, I could have guys stay the night with me that were older than me. You know, a boyfriend to live with me was regular. You know, to stay out all night was normal. Like, that was normal for me. And all the time, I'm always using. I'm never not using. And I hate when I'm sober because I have to be out of myself. And older guys is, like, always my trigger. So, 15 years old. I'm in and out of psych wards this whole time. 15 years old, I come home from Shepherd Pratt. Okay, let's back it up. So I'm 14, me and my boyfriend, just a guy I've been dating for about a week, nobody important. We broke up. I'm depressed about my father, so I decided to take 200 Xanax bars. My aunt had just got a prescription, kept them on the fridge. She didn't know I got high. I didn't need that at that time. I didn't take pills, so I guess there wasn't a worry. Well, I'm depressed. I want to die. I take the pills. I forget that I take them, and I'm actually getting ready to go out to the bar. 15 years, between 14 and 15 years old. And I drop, and I start convulsing. Her boyfriend was a paramedic, so he knew what to do. But if he wouldn't have, I would have died. I was in shock trauma and on life support for 2 weeks. The day I woke up was the day that my mom was going to decide to pull the plug on me. Because I guess she didn't want me to be a vegetable, and that's what they told her, that I was brain dead. But I woke up and I wasn't brain dead. Nothing was wrong. That's my first of many death experiences. I have many more. So I go to Shepherd Pratt. I come home. I have a younger brother. I have 4 brothers, but my youngest brother lives with me, my stepfather, and my mother. Born and raised in Baltimore City. So, you know, I dived into being a sister. You know, me and my brother were really close. I guess he was 10 around this time. So for the next 6 months, I don't do any drugs. I go back to school, which I always got thrown out of school on the regular, suspended for fighting, or, you know, I cut school. I would go to first period and leave. You know, leave school early, go smoke weed and come back. But for these 6 months, I did really good. I was lonely. I always had to be with somebody. If I didn't have a boyfriend, my life, felt meaningless. Very codependent. So I get on a chat line, and I meet this guy. I know that he just got out of jail, and he's recovering from heroin. And I had sniffed heroin before, but I never knew about addiction. You know, I thought people get high because they want to, and they stop when they want to. Well, I fell in love with him after probably a week. He starts using heroin again, and he's sick. And I don't want him to be sick, and I don't have money. But I know that Baltimore Street is around the corner, and I'm a pretty girl. So I turned when I was stripping, you know, I did private rooms and I had prostituted, but I never looked at it like prostituting because I was in a club, you know, it was okay. It was normal for me because I had used guys my whole life. so why not use them now and get paid for it? So that day when he was sick, that I turned my first trick on the street. And it was so easy. I walked up, I sat on a pair of steps, 10 minutes later I got picked up. So I started sniffing heroin while he's shooting it. A couple weeks go by, I noticed that he comes out the bathroom looking 10 times as high as me. So now I want to use the needle. He won't let me. So I told him, well, either you're going to let me or I'm going to go deal with somebody else, and then I might die. That was my way of talking him into letting me do it. The first time I did it, like I knew that was the end. I'm in this abandoned house, and I did cocaine and heroin together, shot it up, got really sick. 10 minutes later, I'm like, all right, I want to do that again. Like, that's the insanity of it. Like, but I knew, like, I looked at this guy that was in there, I said, this shit is going to ruin my life. I said, I'm never going to be able to stop doing this. He said, what do you mean? You're 16. No, yeah, I was 16. He was like, you have the rest of your life. I said, not now, I don't. I said, I know that this is going to take me down. And it was like I knew. But I still went ahead and kept doing it. So for the next 2 months, I prostitute every hour on the hour, 24 hours a day. You know, I go get a date, I get high, and I'm supporting this older man who's 29 and I'm 16. And he has a track record of doing this to girls, young girls, and turning them out. But I was so damn blind that I thought he loved me. So I get arrested for prostitution. The cops took me home to my mother instead of locking me up. I guess they probably didn't want to be bothered with paperwork that night. A week later, so my mom, you know, of course, this is like devastating, and I'm a heroin addict, and so she puts me in rehab. I guess I go away for 30 days. I get out. I'm forbidden to go around this guy, but of course, I go back. I go back and I stay gone. I call her every week to check in and let her know I'm alive. A couple weeks go by, I get locked up for prostitution again. And that time, they took me to the juvenile facility. But they told my mom, if you don't sign her out, then we'll take her to the hospital and she'll get help. But if you sign her out, she's going to kill herself. Like, the cop was like really trying to help me, I guess. So he told my mom this, and she refused to sign me out. So I went to Waxford Juvenile Facility. My first of many jail experiences. I was there for 5 months. I did the drug treatment program there. I came home and I stayed clean for 9 more months. I went back to school like I was normal again. But I didn't work on myself. I was being a teenager again, basically. I didn't know about the disease of addiction. I didn't know about Narcotics Anonymous yet. So I meet a guy, another older guy. I had 14 months clean. Well, no, let's say I stayed clean for about 9 months from everything. And then I started taking prescription pain pills. So about 6 more months go by. I'm with this older guy. He's a recovering heroin addict. He has maybe 2 months clean. I can't find any pills. He's like, well, I can get you heroin. I said, I'm not doing that. I said, I'm not doing that. Like, I was adamant. A couple more hours go by, I'm feeling more like shit, and I said, fuck it, let's do it. We get back. I hold it in my hand for 2 hours, praying to God, please don't let me do this. I don't want to do this. Like praying on my knees. But for some reason, I had it, I'm going to do it. I didn't go this far. And I do it. We get high together. He has a job. We're like functioning addicts. He has a job. He wouldn't dare let me sell myself. So one night, he doesn't have any money. Okay, so a couple months go by. We try to get clean. We get on methadone a couple times. That doesn't work. We start using again. He can't get any money, and he won't let me go prostitute like that. He's against that. So he pushes me. Well, I'm like, okay, that's my way of getting him out. I call the cops, turn him in for having a warrant, because if I get him out of here, I can go make my own money and get high. That's what I did. I didn't care what he was going to go through. It was all about me. That's what I did. And then I used like that. It spiraled out of control again. I was on the streets homeless again in Baltimore City, in the corner, selling myself all day, living in abandoned houses, shooting gutter water if I had to, because I'll do whatever I have to get one more. I don't care who I hurt. What I have to do, I will go to the end of it, because it doesn't matter to me. 18 years old. By this time, I'm in and out of jail. Well, no, not yet. Okay, so 18 years old. Let's see. I turn 18, and I'm like in and out of jail. Like for prostitution and CVS possession, stuff like that. I get out, I get high, I go back to jail, like and it goes like that for a while. Well, one of the trips to jail, they gave me an HIV test, because I would get one every time I went to jail, just because I knew the life I shared needles with people on a regular basis. So January, I get a test, it's negative. I get locked back up 3 days later, get another test, it's positive. I didn't even cry when they told me I was positive for HIV, because I knew it wasn't a matter of if, it was a matter of when. I shared needles with known AIDS victims, I didn't give a shit. So the next time I get out of jail, I have a sugar daddy at this point. He's 43, I'm 18. He's taking care of me. Leave him to go prostitute and get high all the time. He stays with me even when I find out I'm HIV positive. Suboxone programs, methadone programs, nothing ever works. On the street, 18 years old, I get raped 4 times in 1 year. It was actually 4 times in 8 months. The last rape, he almost killed. The first 3, they would hold a gun to my head or a knife. But I didn't, I knew, it wasn't any harm. I don't know how I knew, I just knew. I did what they said, whatever. This last time, he was actually the only one that was unarmed, It's a serious situation. He raped me every which way possible for about 8 hours, making me think he had a knife in his hand when really there was nothing there. I tried to fight him. He strangled me until I almost passed out. And I looked around, and I thought, he's strangling me. I'm starting to pass out. Like, I feel myself getting lightheaded. And I look around, and I say to myself, like, this is where you're going to die. This is where your mom's going to have to see your dead body. This is where your brother's going to know that you died. Like, and something, I guess, like the fear of like that crazy strength you get when in death situations gave me enough strength to fight him off me. And I did what he said for 8 more hours. After he's done, he cries and tells me that he's sorry. He didn't mean to do it. He's sick. He needs help. Come to my house with me and let me take care of you. Well, I know that at this vacant house the guy's waiting for me at, I know he's got a gun. So, okay, take me to get my clothes. Finally, I get him to agree. I get in the park. I go in the vacant house. I'm trying to get the guy to go out and shoot him because I'm like, after what he just did to me, he needs to die. Well, the guy was a chicken shit, so he wouldn't do anything. So I snatched the gun and I went out and I ran up and I shot it off a couple of times. And then I ran. I didn't. The next morning, the car's gone. There ain't no cops nowhere. Luckily, I guess I didn't shoot him at all. I missed every time because a couple years later I seen him and, he was alive and well. So thank God, you know what I mean, I did make a mistake I will regret for the rest of my life. That didn't matter to me what happened because the next day I was still out prostituting again. And in every rape situation, it was because I was prostituting. 18 to 20, I go in and out of jail. It's very normal for me. 20 years old, I get sentenced to 6 years in prison. It was just misdemeanor drug charges, but I took drug court and I kept messing up. So they finally gave me my time. I went to prison for 22 months. I came home in March of 2011. I had 22 months clean. I did go to drug treatment. I did go to school. I got certificates. I did good stuff in prison. I did go to any meetings in church, so I had been introduced to recovery. And when I was a kid, I was introduced to Narcotics Anonymous because a friend of my stepfather's, he was an addict, and he knew I was smoking weed and drinking, so he would drag me to these meetings with him. I never paid attention to anything, but I went. I knew they were there. 18 years old, while, I'm going back and forth to jail, I ended up in a recovery house through drug court, and that's where I was introduced to Narcotics Anonymous, where, I went and I paid attention. It was instilled in me. So, I come home from prison, and I stay clean for 5 years. And I thought I was done. I really thought I was done. I had my first daughter at 24. I had 2 years clean when I had Nora. She's 6 now. 2014. Right after Nora's first birthday. I meet Johnny. He was a heroin addict. The 5 years I was clean, I was on methadone. I wasn't absolutely clean. So I meet Johnny at the methadone clinic. And usually if somebody tells me they don't have a use to get clean, I don't talk to them. I don't give them my number. I don't go near them. He tells me he still uses them, and I give him my number. I'll never know why I did that. We start dating. We hang out like 1 or 2 times. The second time we hung out, I said, he got ready to leave. I said, don't call me again until you're clean, because I cannot continue to be around you if you're using. A couple days later, he calls me. I'm on my way to detox. Okay. It surprised me. He went to detox. He went to a recovery house. He got a job. He stayed clean. So we were serious. He proposed to me after 2 months. We were engaged. We got our place together. I was living with my mom from the time I got pregnant with my oldest daughter until me and Johnny got engaged. I lived with my mother. Me and my mom I hated my mom as a kid because I felt like it was always about my youngest brother. Like, I felt like she favored him, and I felt like she gave up on me, and I hated my stepfather for a very long time, so I hated her. And a kid, we got really close, and like today she's my best friend. So me and Johnny get our own place. We're supposed to get our own place. What we get is a room for rent in a heroin addict's house. I remember the night, like, it was yesterday. I'm sitting there watching Johnny nod out because he's using again. And I'm stuck living here with this person. I have my 18-month-old daughter around it. And all I can think about is, look how fucking good he looks right now. I want to look like that. And if you stay in the fire long enough, you're going to get burned. And I fucking got burned. I used. And they say you pick up where you left off. I was out of fucking control. I only used for about 3 months. And in them 3 months, I left my daughter with strangers. I left my daughter with addicts who I didn't know if they were beating her, molesting her, or anything, and he didn't give a shit. My mother got her. My mother chased me down and snatched her from me. Couple months later, a guy picks me up because I'm prostituting. That's my hustle. And he's like, what are you thinking about? Because I was looking in his eyes, and I said, I'm just wondering if you're going to be the one to save me. Because when I'm homeless, like when I'm using, I'm homeless, I'm on the street, I can't go to mommy's house because stepfather don't want me there because I'm a drug addict. So I have no means to get clean. You know, I can go to a detox or a rehab, but there is nowhere to go after. So I meet this guy. He buys me heroin for about 2 days, and then he says, you either have to get on the program, you're in rehab, or I have to drop you off tomorrow. Because he had a year clean. He's a recovering heroin addict, and he has me in his house shooting up. So the next day I went to the methadone program. I got on it. 3 weeks later, I relapsed. I left his house. because I wanted to get high. A week later, I call him begging to let me come home. He does. I stop using again. 2 weeks later, I find out I'm 3 weeks pregnant. So, for the week that I was relapsed on the street using and prostituting, I got pregnant. So was it his baby? Was it a trick baby? Or was it this young boy that I was dating? I don't know. And to this day, I don't know. My youngest daughter's 3 years old. She'll be 4 in March. And she doesn't know her father. So, when I went back to his house after that week, I didn't use again for 2 years. My daughter was 18 months old, just like her sister when I relapsed. It's like, I'm a great mom, and then my kids get a year and a half old, and I fuck up. I'll never know why. Except when I fucked up with Noelle. I lost her. I wasn't lucky enough to have my mom take her because my mom was in a fucked up position. My mom lost her health, and her and my stepdad were forced to live 2 separate places in Pennsylvania with family and friends. So neither of them could think my daughter. She went to foster care. Alright, so backing up. I meet this guy. 2 years old. I just got custody of my oldest daughter. She never left my care. She was with my mother for a few months in my addiction, but she didn't, her dad denied her until she was 2 years old. And when she was 2 years old, he got back in her life. At this time, I have, my youngest daughter, Noelle, she's 6 months old. I fight him for custody. I win. He's not an addict. He has a good job. He has a good place. But somehow, a heroin addict with 4 months clean and pregnant with another baby won. It was like God. A couple months later, I meet this guy. He's not an addict. We move in together. He's a great guy, a really great guy. He's good with my kids. He's daddy to my babies who don't have a dad. I started getting high behind his back. He was a great guy, but he got pain pills, and he sold them. One of the people that bought his pills, I used to get high with. So when I saw him, like there was the wheels in my head, I can give him to get me some heroin. Because at this time, I'm taking Percocet and I'm taking Xanax. 2 years is down the drain. I'm on methadone in 2 years. Anytime I've been clean in my whole life, I've been on methadone. I feel like if you abuse it, then you are still using. But if you are living a program and you're on methadone and you take it or select it, then you're in recovery. So for them 2 years, I was on methadone doing everything on this till I earned 2 weeks worth of sessions at my program because I stayed clean. Within 2 months, I lost all them takeaways after meeting this guy. Because, he was a great guy, but he had baggage, He sold pills, and I'm an addict, so I'm going to find a way to get him. And I did. He ends up getting evicted because of me, because I would buy drugs right out front of his house. His landlord was an police marshal. So his neighbors took pictures and videos of me buying drugs and sent it to him. And he took the guy Bob to court. And the stipulation was you can stay, but she can't. Well, of course, he took me and my daughter in. We lived there. I mean, we just got back and forth to my mother's, but when I said I want to come home, of course, he opened his arms. So he got evicted. We moved in with my mother. I'm using on and off. I'm still on methadone, but now I'm disappearing and smoking crack and prostituting, and I'll do this every couple of days. I'll leave for a couple of days, leave him with my kids. So, my daughter gets taken. I find out that a couple weeks before mine, I have custody of Nora, my 6-year-old. I'm doing really bad. I'm using out of control, crack, heroin, prostituting, just in a really bad place. So, 2 months after I got custody of Nora, I had to send her to live with her dad. So all that fighting I did in court was basically for nothing. Because I just handed her to him and because I couldn't handle it, I knew that if I didn't, she might go through what she did before. And I refused to let that happen. I tried to get my mother to take me around, my 3-year-old, and she couldn't. She wouldn't. Even if she could have, I don't know that she would have. She was done with me, tired of being there to pick up the pieces for my fucked up life. So 2 days after I begged her to take my daughter, CPS shows up. 1 o'clock in the morning. Guess where I'm at? I'm in Baltimore getting high. I'm in the city getting high. I'm not home. When they get there, they notice that he's not feeding her. He's not bathing her because I was away from my boyfriend. He had been daddy the whole time we had been together with her. He's not feeding her the right way. He's not changing her diapers. He's not bathing her. He's completely fucking neglecting my daughter. So she goes in the system. She gets taken. She's in the system for about 3 weeks. And my Aunt Annie and her husband will get temporary custody of her. Temporary guardianship. 2 years later, now, she's still with them. When I got clean, I decided that I could try to fight her and get her back. But Noelle looks at her, Noelle, I see both my kids every weekend now. So, Noelle knows I'm her mother, but she thinks she has 2 moms. She knows that, she'll tell me. I'll say, whose belly did you come out of? She'll say, yours, and she thinks all very close. She tells me, I know you left me and I forgive you. I'm not mad at you. She's very mature for her age, and we can have conversations about it. And I'll say, well, do you forgive me? She says, yeah. But she knows who I am. So, I know that she's better off with my aunt. So a couple months ago, they, the courts wanted me to they were trying to get me to give up my parental rights because that never happened. And, all these lawyers have been, even the police, coming, people from court, writing me and coming here, and they're like, no, you need to fight it. And I'm like, no, I'm not, because I know that she's better off there. Even if I had years clean, she's happy there. She thinks that's mommy and daddy. She has a dad now. She has brothers and sisters, because my aunt has 4 other kids. I'm supposed to uproot her life that she's made there. Like, that would be selfish. That would be thinking about me, and I refuse to do that. So, he gets taken. I could have, I feel like that situation, it could have, A, led me to get my shit together, or B, led me to fucking kill myself, like, just spiral out of control. And that's what it did. I did not give a shit about anything. I full-fledged was a drug junkie, like prostituting for $10 if I had to, because I didn't give a shit about anything. I did not bathe. I did not eat. I fucking was, my normal weight's 180. I'm like 120 at this point. Living in abandoned houses. I probably sleep twice a week. This goes on for a year. A fucking year of complete hell that I want to get out of every day, but I have no means. I'm stuck. And I feel like I'm going to be swallowed. Like, I try to kill myself on a regular because I don't want to live. I want to fucking die. Like, everybody would be better off if I was dead. Because then my poor kids wouldn't have to worry about, am I going to run in and out of their life again? Like, they would be better off. By the grace of God, I met Rick. He's my fiancé. He picked me up. He was a John, and he picked me up. He was there, he was the mate. Picked me up a few times, and I would always ask him, hey, you have a house, you live far from Baltimore, you live an hour from Baltimore. Like, you have the means to help me. Please help me, because if you don't, I'm gonna die. Like, straight up. And he did. He did. And I had maybe 4 days clean. My mom makes it possible for me to see both my daughters. But I haven't been probably 8 or 9 months. So, I stayed home for a few months. I relapsed. I go back down there in the city, doing the same shit, prostituting, living in vacant houses, being homeless, and doing anything like that. Because I don't know how to not get high. I got high for so long that I don't know how to not do it. I hate myself when I'm sober. I hate the way I feel. I hate the way I think. I fucking despise myself. So I have to use because I don't want to, I don't want to be myself. I keep relapsing. I try, I get back up again, but God damn it, I get high again. So he's like, why don't you go to a meeting? I said, there ain't no damn meetings out here. We ain't in Baltimore. Because he keeps coming to find me, begging me to come home. You're gonna die. Please come home. I don't want you to die. Like, he's fighting for my life more than I ever have. So I go to a house anonymous. And I listen. Okay, I'm in the right fucking place. And I find all these people that think like me, and they feel what I feel, and they have been through the exact same shit I have. They understand me. They don't look at me like I'm an outcast. I'm not fucking crazy. And there's a million people just like me. And they accept me. They want me around. They tell me to keep coming back. Nobody ever wanted me around, but they do. So I do everything they tell me. I get a sponsor. The first few of them I can't stand, but I still deal with it. You know, I've always wanted a sponsor that I can connect with, like, you know, like chemistry. You know, when you meet a guy or you meet a woman, like, you know what I mean? You just, like, you have chemistry with them. And I finally just recently found that sponsor. And she has fucking saved my life. I'm not perfect, but I'm damn sure not who I used to be. I have 101 days clean, which is like a fucking miracle to me. I am on methadone. I will start coming off of it in 2 months. Very slowly. I have mental illness, and I take your medication, and I take your methadone as prescribed. And, like, I have a routine because if I don't keep it, like, if you're not working on recovery, you're working on a relapse. And I feel like, you know, like, God is very important to me. And let me back up. 2 days before I met my fiance, Rick, who, you know, saved me, helped me save myself. 3 guys, I'm in a vacant house sleeping after like 5 days of being up. 3 black guys come in, whip me off the bed. Somehow they did not get me on the ground. I was asleep, but I was alert. Like, I was fucking, I don't know. Like, I knew I was going to die, I guess. And I really thought I was going to die. They tied a bag around my head, my face, put a gun in my head. I could feel the cold steel in the fucking back of my head. And I'm like, what do you want? Like, you want my money? Take it. It's in my hands. It's $20. That's all I got. That's all I went to sleep with. I'm begging them. I have fucking kids. I have kids. But you're not being a mother to them, so what do you care? Like, you know, that's what they're saying, and it's fucking true. And I'm trying to jump out the window to get away from them. I can't. Like, and I'm fighting them. They're trying to put the bag around my head. And I'm not fucking having no parts of it. Because I know as soon as they tie that string, it's over. And I'm looking around and I'm like, no, fuck, this is not happening. And they, like, got their, like, they're trying to put the bag around my head. So I'll fight there's one of their hands. And started, like, getting all mad. I said, bitch, that's why I got HIV. Ha ha. Like, you know what I mean? I'm talking shit. I'm fighting. I'm like, this is not happening. Like, you're not killing. And I fought for my life so hard. And finally, they fucking left. And I did not die. Once and yet again. You know, people have put guns to my head so many times. And I'm so crazy when I'm getting high. I tell them, bitch, pull the trigger. You'll be doing me a favor. Like, and they don't. And they fucking call me crazy and they walk away. Like, you know, I've had so much shit happen to me, but I don't regret any of it because it's made me who I am. You know, like, it's made me so strong and grateful. I'm so grateful. I have food to eat every day. I have a warm bed. I don't have to fuck a dick every morning when I wake up. I get to look at my beautiful children. Like, I get to hear them tell me they love me and they forgive me. And it's okay, Mom. You're here now. And I always hear people say in Narcotics Anonymous, they have, always when people share, they say all these people, I have a lunch beyond my wildest dreams. And I always think, like, well, that'll never be me. And I just realized yesterday, sitting there with my 2 kids, that I have a life beyond my wildest dreams because I get to be with both of them. Like, some people lose their kids and they don't ever fucking get them back. And by the grace of God, that's not me. Like, that was not my story. I have a sponsor that I call every day because I got high every day, so I have to do recovery every day. I don't drive, so I can't make a meet every day. My fiance has to take me everywhere. After he works 12 hours a day. So I go to like 3 or 4 meetings a week. But I do online meetings, I watch videos, I write in a journal every day, I pray every day. Like, I have to be humble today, and I have to pray, and I have to ask God to help me. Like, and that's so important. Because if I don't surrender, then I might as well go back to the streets right fucking now. Because you have to surrender, like, you just have to, like, because we can't do it by ourselves. We can't. But we're not expected to either. Like, God is there. All you have to do is, believe. And, like, open your heart up to that. And I know it's hard. But if, you know what I mean? When you're ready, He's there. He's always been there. We just decided to take free will back. I'm Margie, I'm an addict.